Alrighty, folks. Hello and welcome to the invite-only Spring Seasons Valley Forge Disc Golf Association's Spring Invitational exclusive event. My name is Chris DeMarco. We're here at the Valley Forge Sports Network headquarters, joined by General Managers David Wang and Lefty McGovern for 18 holes of 3v3v3 best disc golf at Camp Tecumseh Disc Golf Course here in New Jersey. David, you've been a mainstay on this channel since its inception, winning awards for your attendance in the past. But this is your first time here in the studio commentating on live disc golf. How do you feel today?
I feel great. Really excited to see the footage from the SIE. I partook in it, but I didn't get to see all the shots. I didn't see all the angles. So really excited to see some good disc golf, and really excited to just relive one of the best days of the year that we have here.
Absolutely love that, David. And congratulations, of course, for winning the open event, the singles round before the 3v3 matchup. David took that down. Great job.
Thank you.
Lefty, you're no stranger to these cameras or these microphones, this setup. You've been here since day one. We've been in the studio. This was our first time shooting disc golf, really getting out there with the camera. How do you feel? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Talk to the fans.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to watch this back again for the first time. It was my first official VFDGA event. It was my first disc golf tournament. It was my first time filming disc golf. It was just a lot of firsts for me that day, and it's going to be fun to, like David said, relive that day.
Love that, Lefty. Let's kick it down to hole one to get to know our players for today's 3v3v3 match. So unfortunately, we did lose the sound for team one, but Dave, you were on this team. What's everybody thinking here on the team?
All right, well, just to introduce the team here, if you haven't seen any videos, to the left is Travis Rollins, very, very strong disc golf player out of Camp Disc Golf Course, New Jersey. In the middle, we have a VFDGA alumni, probably one of the founding fathers, but Kyle O'Brien's his name. He's a very, very strong forehand. He opens up a lot of those left to right holes for us. And then, of course, we got me on the right there in that vintage Goldfinch shirt.
Vintage, baby. I love that.
All right, we've got three Valley Forge natives
Here's
here,
team
three
two.
legends, grew up in the cul-de-sac. Johnson, what does it mean for you to be here today? You're with Scott. You've won this tournament in the past with him. How you feeling?
Feeling great. I'm happy to be here. We drove far to get here, and we would do it again.
Scott, congrats on winning the distance competition there.
Well done,
How you
Scott.
feeling today?
I feel like I'm ready to play some good disc golf with my good disc golf fans.
I love that. Kev?
I'm just happy to
Kevin
be here.
looks so buff. Here's team
Third
three.
and final team, we have Dan, Chris, and Josh Rollins. Dan, your first ever tournament. How do you see yourself performing today?
I see high marks for the whole team, because we're undoubtedly going to take this home.
We have Chris DeMarco here, the organizer of this event, the tournament director, if you will. Chris, what does it mean to be back?
It feels great. We worked really hard on these teams, so I want to take down the ship here with my boys, but at the end of the day, we're really just hoping for a close match.
Josh Rollins, member of the Milky Way Galaxy. Josh, your second look at what the Valley Forge has to offer. How do you feel about coming back?
It's always a pleasure playing with these guys. They're a lot of fun. They put on great events, and I'm just super excited to get out here and play.
Let's do it, baby! Let's go!
Class act, that Josh Rollins. As you can see, I cannot contain my excitement. I'm so excited to get into this round, the Spring Invitational. Before we do, let's head over to the VFSN stat room to get an in-depth analysis of our 9 players for today's match. We're going to kick things over to Big John Eckert. John?
Thanks, Chris. We've got in-depth analysis, and we've got insider secrets. I've got the inside scoop on these players. So let's start by taking a look at Travis Rollins. He's a great all-around player, though there's a major flaw and question perhaps with his putting. Anything goes with Travis's putting, but when he's on, he's on. Going to zero in on Kyle O'Brien here. Kyle is a consistent pitcher-style forehand thrower who knows how to find the pin, and it's a major boon to his game. Here we go. David Wang. He's a smooth operator in woodsy courses, a specialty of his. You can trust him to get in and out of trouble. That I know. That's team 1. Moving on to team 2. Let's take a look at Kevin O'Brien. He had the strength to play a practice round before these 2 competitive rounds today, so I'm expecting great things. Scott DeMarco. He's our overdog today. He's got unquestionably good stats. Look at those stats. We like Scott DeMarco for the win. All right, we've got Big John Eckert here. He was the most requested teammate. He looks to bring a lot to his team today. We'll see more in the round. Team 2 looks strong. And Team 3? Now, Chris DeMarco, I don't know what to expect of the tournament director today, but I'm looking forward to seeing how his A-rated game applies. Now, let's look at Josh Rollins. If you're telling me to pick one player off the tee, any hole, Josh Rollins. He's got great accuracy from the pad. Dan Schifrin. Dan is the newest disc golfer amongst us. And in that way is, for a statistician of any kind, you need data. For a statistician, you need data. You need data. And there's no data for him. We'll see how it plays out. That's a wrap on Team 3 and our players today. I'm John Eckert, lead statistician of the Valley Forge Sports Network. Back to you, Chris.
Thanks a lot, John, for that keen insight. As always, Dan, we love you so much. If we had commentary stats, yours would be through the roof. Folks, there you have it. We got 9 players, 3v3v3, 8 holes at Camp Tecumseh Disc Golf Course, 2021 Spring Invitational. Let's get it. Hole 1, 229 feet, par 3. Pretty much a straight tunnel shot here. You've got a little bit of a hook up to the left at the end there, and the basket is on a slight mound. Travis appears to be going with a fairway driver. Pierces that one right up the gap.
Yeah, this hole is pretty straightforward for all the guys here, mainly because almost everyone's a right-hand player. Just pretty much a straight backhand putter, mid-range. Some people might diss up, but really just want to make sure you stay on the fairway and don't go wide.
Johnson is throwing the Dynamic Discs Evidence here. That's actually a discontinued disc, but I love to see him throwing it. And my cat is really excited for the 21 Spring Invitational here, as you can hear. I'm on the pad with a Warden here.
Just need a little more height, but yeah, you got yourself a good look there.
Yeah, a little more height. This one's probably about 25 feet, very slightly uphill.
From the peanut gallery.
You heard Scott making some noises back there. A little low on that one, felt good out of the hand. Scott's got a similar look, about 24, 25 feet uphill. See what he can do here.
Good looking putt from Scott there.
Very nice.
Really gotta make sure you get that disc up, you know. It's slightly elevated, the green kind of falls.
This is from behind the scenes.
Very easy to leave it low.
That hole didn't count because I wasn't wearing my official shirt. And if I'm not wearing my official shirt, then it's unofficial. So
gotta have the SIE shirt on.
Yeah,
Honor,
your
tradition, raw heritage. You might have heard Scott from Team 2 asking about teams. Unfortunately, we didn't have it in the budget this year. Hole 2, 317 feet. Nice little tunnel shot here. Those tree stumps are definitely in the way there. It is possible to hit those, and right behind him you've got a little bit of water there. David going with a nice sidearm. We see him consistently push the disc so straight on these sidearms. What's the secret, Dave?
You know, I think secret is to just commit to your form and not, you know, try to throw too hard. Backhand and forehand. A lot of times people, once they start trying to put that extra juice on it, you know, they kind of, they're not, you know, so they're not getting that angle consistent.
Very true. Nice shot from Scott there. You saw his teammate Kevin O'Brien. Very thrilled with that one. I'm going with a Maverick here. Little fairway driver. Just trying to flip it up. Hopefully get over that ridge there.
Great looking turn, but just need a little more height on that one.
Yep, players are headed down the fairway. Great angle here, Lefty.
Hi, this is Scott DeMarco, and you're watching VFDGA Disc Golf.
This kid loves the camera.
He does. He does love the camera. There's Kyle O'Brien there, looking super comfy on camera. I'm just playing Kyle. A lot of these guys, it's their first time being on camera. Josh tickles chain from at least 45, 50 feet there. And of course, this is best disc, so you'll be seeing the best shot from each team. Travis from about 45 here. Some trees in the way. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, great putt by Travis there. Not only was it outside circle, but, you know, it was really, really tight. He had to keep it between two trees. Probably a 10-foot window, but, yeah, he got it up there.
Very nice putt from Travis. Let's get another look at that one. Loves those black putters. I did hear him talking about potentially replacing those. And Scott from about 20. That's a bit of a tester there, but with 3 players on your team, anytime you're seeing a putt from that distance, you got to assume it's going to be going in. Hole 3, 273 feet. This is a par 3. And it's a very narrow gap off the tee here, a historically narrow gap. If you're from New Jersey, I'm sure you know this shot, and there is water behind the basket. Travis appears to be flicking his white Star Destroyer here. That's a big disc for this gap.
Yeah, I think he just really loves his more overstable stuff or tight tunnel forehands. I mean, a lot of people do because you could really, really lay it down on a Anheuser and know that it's going to come back.
Absolutely. Kevin sneaks through the gap there. He's up there with probably about a 70, 80 footer. They've got to look at the basket. As you can see here, Team 3 is a little behind. Josh needs to get this one through the gap.
Josh with a nice flex. Pushes
Wow. It is not easy to get it that close to the hole on this one.
Yeah, probably same distance as the last putt from Travis, about 45.
I don't know. This one could be a little further. This is a deep one. David goes right at it. Wow. Absolutely buries that one.
Yeah, that one felt good to get the round started for sure.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot. David, I know you're a big fan of Eagle and Simon. I love your form there. You can see he kind of leaves the hand palm facing downward. Almost did a little Mario double jump to get that one in there.
You know, I've heard that a lot from people that have put like, you know, a combination of the two. They're my favorite players. I've never tried to imitate my game after them, but you know, I guess it's just what happens when you watch those good players play.
Yeah, I feel like that's natural. Team 3 gaining a stroke on Team 2 here, so we got a nice little even spread as we head into hole 4.
These cicadas are getting mighty loud as well.
Yeah, those are not vuvuzelas. They are cicadas.
Yeah, those are not vuvuzelas from the gallery. Those are cicadas. Forgot to mention that. We did our best in post to try to, cut that out. This is a very interesting par 4 here. You need to push it out straight. The basket is going to be up to the right here where that dark tree in the fairway is. Looks like an elm down there. So you want to hook one up around that, but you need to give it some extra height if you hope to push up that hill for a look at the eagle.
Yeah, I think the ideal shot here is a big forehand flex. So you kind of follow the fairway a little to the left, and then at the very end it fades right up on the hill. You want to get up as high on the hill as you can past those two dark trees.
Absolutely agree. I'm throwing a Discraft Force here, slightly seasoned.
That's a great one.
You love to see that. Exactly where I'm trying to go. Hooks up nicely, and we've got to look at an eagle. That'd be huge for our team right now. We're down a few strokes. We'll see what we can do here. And we got Tim Gabur on catch cam. Oh my, Tim.
Nice work, Tim.
Beautiful. Let's give a shout out to Tim. One of his first times.
Leave in the comments if you want Tim Gabur or Brian Roeder to do your catch cam work.
Yeah, drop a comment below. Roeder did our catch in the doubles. Scott going with a sidearm. That's an absolute bomb from Scott, but it pushed a little far straight. You really do want to try to kind of hook up to the right here. Players are going to assess their lie.
Goldfinch is going for 18 under this round.
Ooh.
Wow.
David called a shot, negative 18 for the round.
Wow, I love that.
Paul Macbeth would be proud.
I'm just letting you know.
You always feel great on camera because you've been there.
David is always comfortable on camera. He's been playing since the very start of the Whippany Wiffle Ball League. And you love to see that chatter. Players are always trying to decide which lie they want to go to. Kyle with a nice little bit on the basket. Kicks right. They'll be in there for the birdie 3.
Chris really bringing that forehand game back since he's had a bit of a layoff, but when he was last playing, he was working on that forehand, and he's continued to do that. Nice to see him really trust that for his upshot.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Definitely a backhand dominant player. I do love to favor the turnovers a lot, but the sidearm's so useful. I love that you can kind of keep your face pointing towards the target. Really helps with your consistency. Everyone kind of cleans up their birdie
things are looking really good so far.
4.
Quick intermission to shout out the cameraman, Tim. He's wearing some incredible footwear. You need to stay nimble when you're out there on the disc golf course filming. You don't know what kind of positions you're going to be in. Tim, showcase the footwear. Wow.
No socks in the woods.
Keen's craftsmanship, and I'm keen on that.
Hole 5, par 3, 460 feet. This is the most difficult hole on the course. Camp Tecumseh is one of my favorite courses, so a lot of these holes are meaningful to me, but I'm going to say this again. If you're from New Jersey, you know this hole. A lot of people call it a betweener. I just call it an insanely hard shot.
For those that haven't played it, it's about I'd say 80-foot drop, maybe 70-foot drop, and then it hooks right real hard, about 340 feet.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone get in circle. I'm sure people have tooed it from getting within, 60, 80 feet. But again, you're just looking at jail right in front of you.
Absolutely. Josh going with a nice hyzer. Josh has got a little bit of a different style on his forehand. He prefers to ride those hyzer angles and flips that one up straight. Very nice shot from Josh. It looks like Team 2 is going to be going with Johnny's sidearm. And he loves those big angles with those super overstable discs.
Just a little overturn on that one, but you see they got plenty of distance, I believe.
Lefty, Johnny's a super unique player. What do you think about his game out there?
Yeah, coming from, I don't know, let me start that over again. But watching guys like David and Chris as I started to learn how to play disc golf, definitely more traditional players. And then seeing Johnny was a big shock to me. But the kid gets it done. The kid has been doing it for a long time, and he definitely gets it done.
Shout out to Johnny. He's the reason we're all out here. Scott with a beautiful turnover with that mid-range. And David again. Wow. Bids one. And that was a little bonus shot. Let's see what Kyle does here for Team 1.
Wow. All over.
That's what it's going to take for Team 1 to get a par out here. That was an incredibly valiant effort. Dan Schifrin shooting for Team 3 here for the birdie 2. No.
He lays it up.
Scott sneaks in.
The speed on some of Scott's putts. He has confidence.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's never had a problem with the left to right. It's always the vertical angle that gets him. You see him off band and basket a lot, but like we've been saying, the putting has been looking good. People talked about Scott's putting for a long time, and I think we were all kind of scared of what he might turn into. Were it not horrible, we're seeing that now. We're also seeing a par 3 straightaway, 234 feet, hole 6 is. And a really simple shot. You got one tree in the center of the fairway. Let's see what Travis does here.
Yeah, this hole plays about 15 to 20 foot uphill. Very easy to throw it too high. I think the main goal here is to really drive your disc right to the basket, not trying to put too much height on there.
Very true. Just as I was talking about Scott with his Steve Irwin disc, rest in peace. But just as I was talking about Josh favoring the hyzer, we see him go with a little Anheuser sidearm, really flexing his ability. What is this?
Wow, great looking shot from Scott. But yeah, Scott and Josh are both very, very strong forehand players. Like Chris was saying, Josh, when he wants to or likes to.
DeMarco. Let's play Valley Forge disc golf.
But yeah, like I was saying, Josh likes those hyzer flips. I think that's the most comfortable, but that does not mean he cannot throw. Nice clean up putt from him.
Very true. Nice putt from Josh. We're seeing a lot of work from Josh so far for Team 3. Everybody else just kind of cleaning up their birdies here. We got a little star frame on hole 6. Hole 7. This is my favorite course. This is my favorite hole in New Jersey, Par 5, 755 feet through the woods. And after you stretch this one out straight, there's a lot more room to the right-hand side. So if you can get one to fade over there like Kyle just did, you're in great shape.
Yeah, the whole dog legs to the left after maybe 350 feet, but you want to get on the right side to open up the angle. Being left early is it's tough to get on the fairway.
Very true. I snuck one through the left side there. We kind of lost that one, but I don't blame you, Lefty. That was a wild shot. I don't know how it came back. And Scott rips out a little sidearm there. Beautiful piece of plastic. Unlucky kick there, but I'm sure they'll be in an okay spot.
Kev, first tournament in a long time. How do you feel being out here today?
I'm just happy to be here.
Dan, how we feeling today?
We're feeling amazing. We're here at Camp Tecumseh, depending on where you're from. We're playing disc golf, and wouldn't you know it, we're also filming disc golf.
Scott getting a little flustered on his mark.
Yes.
Looks like he's going 12 speed, trying to push one up the fairway here. The basket hooks up a little bit to the left up there through the woods. We still got a long way to go here. Travis going roller.
Yeah. We talked about this as a team, and then he really laid it, almost nailed it, but still he laid it down, got probably 360 to 380.
Yeah, he was probably looking for a little more cut. Dan going with his white Thunderbird there. He's a very big fan of the Thunderbird.
Love the way Dan throws.
Yeah, not the best shot, but if we're showing it, it was the best one. Team 3 seems to be struggling here on hole 7.
And Dave and Chris, since you guys are the ones playing, not me, could you explain a little bit about the decisions that go into a best disc round? Do you have guys that are going to lay up, guys that are going to run it?
Absolutely. I kind of want to dial things back and start with the teams. You know, forming the teams is obviously a really important part of having a good round. So you're right off the bat, you're trying to think, how can we put together guys that have different strengths? We're obviously looking for the lowest score overall that we can out there, but we want it to be even. So trying to put guys together that we think are going to gel well is the first part of it. And I think that leads right into the disc selection and kind of, choosing who has strengths. I know for me, I love when a teammate volunteers to either lay up or says, hey, I really like this hole, let me attack this one. Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you got players that got specific strengths that complement each other, of course, you want it to have your game plan play to those strengths. But I think what's crucial is when let's say 2 players or 3 players are all got the same thing, all backhand dominant players. In that case, I think, at least for my mentality, is it's best to keep the pressure moving amongst the team. So switch up the tee order all the time. If everyone's as equally comfortable taking the putts, switch it up, don't stick with the same order. Just, you don't want to get someone, iced on the side, and when, you really need him, he hasn't taken a putt in 4 holes. And
Very true.
So, yeah, that's my key thing, is just to make sure you move the pressure around, and it's not just on one guy the whole time. Yeah, I believe this is our pro pig routine.
Ooh, hits off the pole there. Nice shot, Travis.
Park it for a nice birdie look. Nice hole.
Okay.
By Travis.
Good job, Dave.
Take a big deep breath. Keep forgetting we're fucking.
Great work, kid.
Scott, how are we feeling after 7?
Pretty good. Team's playing strong. We're throwing good shots. We just need to step it up. There's a higher level of disc golf that's going to be required out here to take it down.
Hole 8, we're going to do a recap after 9. I'm parched, but I'm going to film this hole. We got this beautiful camera. I kind of want to see how it feels. Let's see how it goes.
Good luck. Apparently.
Kyle on hole 8, 340 feet. Left to right, blind tee shot here. This is one of those ones, every time it feels like you should get it.
That is the Kyle line right there.
I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, yeah. Nice burner.
What are you looking for? I'm just happy to be here.
No, yeah, I was just saying, this is this one kind of baits you. For anyone who's got a strong forehand, they think they could get there in the circle, but T-sign says 340. It probably plays more like 360, 370. Yeah. A lot of people are coming up short, right where Scott is. It's a tester.
Definitely a tester. I'm going with a VIP Terces here. Going to try to throw the backhand turnover. That hill is leaning so far to the left there. You really got to get one over. See what I can do. I'm going to call this a must-make for Team 3 here. This would be very big for us.
Oh, that last iron leaf. It was looking like a great turnover.
You're looking good. You're looking left. You wanted this pressure, Kevin. Put it in.
Puts in a nice 18-footer for Team 2. And they
Some
are
may
really
say he's
keeping
too
up with
big.
Team 1. Yeah, he might be. He's huge. I love it.
Some will say Kevin will miss putts right because he is too strong. We've seen it. You won't see it here today because he didn't miss that many, but he is prone to miss right.
And David is prone to take a couple warm-up swings before a drive. I love to see that. Dave, you look so good in the New Jersey Goldfinches jersey.
Yeah.
And David's trying to push this one out to the right. The basket is tucked away to the right side there, this big bush. So David looks like he's maybe a little pinched off, but that's a great spot to be. Very nice throw from David. Scott throwing the Ricky Wysocki Star Destroyer. He won the distance competition earlier today, and that one was way left, but with his distance, they'll be fine.
Yeah, being left is a little okay here, just because the lefty takes the stroll from his little bathroom break. But being left is actually not too bad here. The mistake here is actually being right. Even though the basket is right, you want to open up that angle for the second shot. And both team 2 and 3, made the right mistake.
Josh with another one for team 3. You see kind of lefty. This is what you were talking about earlier. You see the players kind of assessing their lies. You got to get a good look on every single shot here. Every stroke counts when you're playing with 3 people on your team. It actually becomes even more difficult to gain strokes on the card. Dan with a beautiful sidearm there. That's his signature shot from that range.
Yeah, that's Dan's bread and butter. 250 to 320 forehand.
Brian Roeder here getting a little action in the Scott and Todd 95.5 WPLJ shirt. If anybody's familiar with that, shout out to you. Scott going with that Steve Irwin Cayman we saw from earlier. This one's a little low.
Needs a little ground play, gets it.
Yeah, little love there.
Probably sneaks in the circle there.
I'm going to call that a tester. Travis pinched off, but again, with David's nice long drive, he's able to just throw that one in and plop it down. And that's going to finish out that front 9 for Team 1. They only missed 1 on the front 9. Beautiful performance. Kevin cleans up his birdie as well.
Nice pop by Dan.
There's a little star frame for you. And there you have it, folks. That is our front 9 here at the Spring Invitational. If you enjoy the video, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We have a ton more content coming your way. Boys, we got 9 holes left. There's a 1-stroke differential here between Team 1 and 2. Lefty, what did you think about what you saw out there today?
It seemed like Team 1, the team that's in the lead right now, it was focusing pretty heavy on David and Travis's... Thank you, Scout. Focusing pretty heavy on David and Travis's strong points. Didn't see that much of Kyle, and that should worry the rest of the field. Having a player like that just waiting for his chance to come alive on the back 9 is going to prove to be somewhat of a problem, I think.
I love that, Lefty. David, you guys are in the lead here. What are you thinking? I know you're a guy who doesn't like to look too far ahead, but you guys got to have some kind of confidence here. You've only missed 1 hole so far. How's it looking out there for you?
Confidence through the roof right now. Travis making that big putt on hole 2, me making that big putt on hole 3 really took the pressure off us for the rest of the front 9. After those 2, we were flying high. Didn't really feel like we could do anything wrong. Lefty mentioned Kyle, and he was actually what got us, that score in the front 9. He is a very strong player at, his approach game is very strong. A lot of the holes he preferred to lay it up, and we played to that. We let him lay up, we let him play to his strength, and then once we secured a par, me and Travis was able to get more aggressive and was able to, knock down a lot of those birdies.
I love that extra insight there, David, and you guys did a great job attacking the basket. That is it for the front 9 of the 2021 Spring Invitational. We got the back 9 coming up. We'll see you there.